Hello, Wellsprings. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. This is actually our final Tarot Tuesday here on Facebook Live. We began this little taste of spiritual practices and an exploration of tarot as a potential spiritual practice way back on November 1st. And it felt fitting for this exploration to end it here on the winter solstice. And so for today, for this again final Tarot Tuesday, um, the last few weeks I've done a reading live with you. Hello, Andrea, welcome. Um, but this morning, because it's the winter solstice, which is actually one of my favorite days of the year, I love I love the longest night. I love the invitation into darkness and contemplation. Wendell Berry has a really great poem titled The Peace of Wild Things, which I highly recommend. But there's a line in it that I've loved for years. It just speaks to me. He talks about the day blind stars. Um, and I love that idea that the stars are actually always there in the sky. You just can't always see them because the light is too bright. And so winter solstice is for me a real reminder that we need the darkness. We need inner time, we need rest, and we need it for all kinds of reasons. But one of the reasons we need the dark is to be able to see the light. So this morning I was thinking about that. I was journaling that in my own private practice. And I was contemplating, what is it that I need to nurture on this new year that the solstice actually brings in? What is it I need to nurture? And as I was thinking and reflecting on that, I did my card reading for the day, and it seemed so perfect that I decided to just share it with you for our final day. Rather than showing you the card, I'm going to show you my book. This is my Darkwood Tarot, and the card I pulled is the Ten of Cups, and this is the vision of it. It's easier to see this way than with just my little card. And the tens are always about completion of cycles. And again, the solstice is technically the completion of the solar year and the beginning of a new one. And the cups are about emotions and connections and the renewal of that and the energy of that that sustains us. And so, since my reflection, my intention this morning was, what in this solstice do I need to nurture? The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups calls us to nurture our connections with those that we love, our connections with the parts of ourselves that we love, and the parts of ourselves that we don't. How do we make room and space for the wholeness and fullness of each other and ourselves in community? As I'm journeying with you all, Wellsprings, in my ministry journey, and just honestly, moving through life on this planet in these uncertain days, nurturing connections and nurturing emotional accountability and fullness. Again, just what the Ten of Cups asks us into, to think about what brings us happiness and how we offer happiness to others. That as a solstice message just feels like the most perfect card I could have pulled today. So I offer to you as well the Ten of Cups, and I invite you, if you have a deck, um, to do your own. What do you need to nurture in this time of darkness and the rebirth of light in this new year? If you don't have cards, I still invite you to reflect on that question. I think the solstice is a beautiful day to say, what do I need, and what here in this darkness is nurturing me, and can I nurture? Speaking of New Year's, though, since Andrea Tollinson is with us, Andrea and I had a great conversation last week about continuing this tarot journey in some form, and so we're still exploring that. and more to come on that in the new year. But on New Year's Day, rather than doing a Facebook Live, we are thinking of doing a perhaps a Zoom, and I'll put details of it in the Wellsprings Oasis for y'all as I finalize this. But at sometime on New Year's Day, for those who are interested to gather and to do a Wheel of the Year reading, to truly set some intentions that we can circle back to and reflect on throughout the year. The New Year's Day is a wonderful day to gather and to think about how do we want the year to be shaped and what intentions can we set. And again, using tarot as one of the tools of a spiritual practice to be embodied, to do deep reflection, and to listen to our emotions and our intuitions. Tarot invites us to do that. And so we'll be gathering on New Year's Day for those who are interested to do that together. And again, I'll put some details in as soon as I figure out an exact time. I realize on New Year's Day, maybe you don't want to do something at 8 a.m. But we'll pick a time that works for folks and put out a Zoom link for that. I hope you have a very, very blessed winter solstice. Um, Wherever you are and whatever you are holding, know that you are never alone in the dark, and and that there is always, always something that you can nurture in your heart. So, with all of that said, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day and really wonderful week as you celebrate Christmas. I will be physically with you again in January, and hopefully, we'll see some of you in Zoom on New Year's Day. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.